Two final games to show you, and they come from Group D, where we begin with two of Europe's big guns as Barcelona and Juventus went head-to-head in the Camp Nou.
Lovely turn from Higuain. It's De Chilio. It's on for De Chilio to shoot! It was a really good try. The former Milan fullback who played 110 times in Serie A for them without scoring. He's claiming there was a deflection on that to prevent him scoring his first for Juventus.
I think in the end it was a brilliant save from Ter Stegen.
And here is potentially Lionel Messi's first big chance of the night. He went low and it's Suarez! Superb save by Buffon.
Great reactions from the goalkeeper. Messi was trying to be cheeky with a free kick, hitting it hard and low, and it felt that Suarez who hit it really well.
Messi. Jordi Alba moves forward down the left. Suarez, Messi, they might not need anybody else. They really do. They can pass their way through any defence in the world. Luis Suarez, Lionel Messi. Messi gets the goal. Barcelona find a way through.
A couple of touches from Messi, and Buffon's got absolutely no chance.
Jordi Alba, Messi! Buffon beaten by that, and the ball came back off the post and struck the Juve keeper.
Such timing on the shot.
Here is Messi. Messi darts in, tried to tease one across, and Rakitic is there to follow up and make it 2-0 Barca. Messi, the creator of this one. It would take a monumental Juventus effort to get anything from the game now. Here go Barca on the break. Iniesta leads the charge. It's through to Lionel Messi. And Messi wanders through to score a third. He goes where he likes, he does what he wants. He is an absolute genius footballer. Barcelona 3, Juventus 0.
Two words, Lionel Messi.
Beautiful. I mean, to see this guy in action, it's just... I feel we're lucky to be in this era, to see him perform the way he does and the way he's touch mapped there. He's not isolated in any area of the park. He's everywhere, taking the ball anywhere. And what he does is he attacks teams most of the time when he gets it and causes havoc. He's just a genius at work.
Love to watch him play, Frank.
Love. I mean, when he's playing like this, he's playing a different game to everybody else. Change of pace there on the 1-2. Always looking for the searching ball, cutting through people. Finds bottom corners whenever he has to. You know, that's no mistake. That's not a miss hit. Straight into the bottom corner, scores past Buffon. Yeah, as I say, he's on a different level. And he looks like he might have the bit between his teeth. You know, slightly quiet year for him last year. He looks ready to attack again.
Quite a year, scored 50.
I know. You know, that's a bad year for him.
I think that's 7 in 4 games this season. Apart from second
I almost wonder whether Madrid winning the European Cup and Ronaldo getting all the awards has wound him up, and he's sort of come back, had a good pre-season, and he's ready to go.
Not much.
Well, we will be the lucky people to can watch him all season as well. Must ask you about Liverpool tomorrow, because obviously you've got youth team duty, is it? Or something?
Yes, youth under-19s against Sevilla as well.
Yeah, so you won't be with us for the game tomorrow, but it's a tough start. I mean, the Spanish are traditionally very strong in all competitions in Europe.
Yeah, Sevilla are a good side, very good individual players, technically gifted. You know, we spoke about Manchester United playing Bale tonight and Chelsea playing Karabag, easing your way into the competition. Liverpool haven't got that luxury. It's a big game from the start.
Leicester, I must hasten to add, did see them off last season in the Champions League.
I think if Liverpool play well, I think they can see them off as well. The home form's been really good and they're electric going forward. I'm not sure Sevilla will be able to cope with them.
Klopp has stated that Karius will start in goal. Does that surprise you?
It doesn't, because the noise is coming from Klopp in terms of goalkeepers this year, as he has trust in both of them. He doesn't see himself as an out-and-out number one, so it doesn't surprise me. It might surprise other people, but I've heard them say it before.
What do you think to Karius in goal? against Mignolet?
I do fear.
Looks edgy, doesn't he?
It does, but I mean, they can both look edgy at times to me. But I do fear when you don't have an out-and-out number one. I think a confidence of a goalkeeper who feels like he's number one. I think you start bringing back a question time and time again, the slightest mistake. So I would worry about that. But
it's a question of what Liverpool will see, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, they've been either brilliant or terrible.
There's no in between with them, and you've got to find a balance really. And I think the worrying thing for me about not having an out-and-out number one goalkeeper is what that sends through to the defenders. That transmit, for me, would be worry, uncertainty. And when you're in your back four, and especially that triangle, the two centre-halves and the goalkeeper, you need certainty, you need confidence within each other. And at the moment, I don't think that's there.
They need to get off to a good start, as do Spurs, of course, playing at Wembley again. We know it's not quite happened for them yet. They need to kind of get rid of that, don't they?
Very tough game. Get rid of that as soon as possible, because that one's hanging over them, and Dortmund will be a very, very tough game.
Yeah. How do you see that going?
I think Dortmund will fancy Wembley. It'll be a tough game. I think it's a 50-50 one for me. But what I will say is Tottenham looked excellent at the weekend away to Everton. If they can build on that, they should get over the line.
And Manchester City at Feyenoord, you'd fancy them to
you'd fancy them.
They're playing some good football.
Yeah, I mean, the sending-off changed the game at the weekend with Mane, but their attacking prowess is fantastic to watch. To see them guys at the speed they play, they're going to be a handful for anyone across Europe. OK, gents, thanks very much for this evening. Just about out of time. So let's have a look first.